G'day everyone, I'm joined here with 12-time Tour de France stage winner Robbie McEwen. We're here at the Ritz-Carlton in Qatar. First stage is done and dusted, as they say in the classics. How was it out there, mate?
Yeah, it was a pretty hairy day. I mean, it wasn't too bad by Qatar standards. The wind was pretty light, but it did split there mid-race, and there was a couple of falls and a few guys puncturing here and there, and some pretty big craters in the road. So it was, there was a bit of action on, and when it got into the final part of the race, we tried to get together as a team and form a bit of a lead-out train, but sort of things went a little bit awry, sort of between 2.5 and 1k to go, and lost each other in the melee a little bit, and so we didn't get a sprint result today.
How do you go with no race radio? Is it really up to the experienced guys in the team to communicate well, and how does it work?
Yeah, well, without race radios, you obviously have to, pay attention what's going on in the race and know what's happening, who's where, and then as far as communicating with each other, you just got to make sure you're close to each other so you can talk. And at a quieter moment in the race, when you got a moment, you get together, you go through the plan and decide what you're going to do in the final part of the race. And that all went well. The communication was good, but just the execution was not quite there today, but a few days to go, and for most of the guys, actually all the guys except for me, this is the very first race of the season for them, so a little bit of fine tuning, find the race legs. It's an important thing for today. Get out there, get the blood flowing, and tomorrow we've got a team's time trial, so no sprint, no tactical meeting as far as riding together and forming a train goes, but the team's time trial, we'll have to be real smooth and focused to get a good result tomorrow.
Now, you've been around the traps, mate. How long does it take to get that chemistry when it comes to a lead-out train and the mechanics of it all? How long will it take before it's not even something that you think about, it just happens because you know each other that well?
Oh, I think it'll be a matter of just a few stages. Here we've already got a pretty good idea of who should go where in the train and what we're going to do. But there's about, I'd say, 10 other teams that are just as good or maybe even better drilled at it because they've been riding together for a couple of seasons. So, trying to compete with that and be at the pointy end of the race is pretty tough. And if you don't get it just right, then, you're going to be behind the 8 ball, as they say.
So what's the overall goals for the rest of this event? Is it the overall stage wins? I mean, what do you want to achieve out of the event?
Well, I think we want to stay up there every day and see if we can have someone finish high overall, but also we want to have a go in the sprints. And, we've got a few guys here who can finish off at the end of a stage, like myself, Al Davis, Adis Kropas. So, hopefully those guys will be finding their legs over the next few days. We can try out a couple of different combinations. And, maybe someone can take some bonus seconds at a finish or out along the road and put themselves in contention for GC. And, then we'll concentrate on keeping them up at the front end of the race through the crosswinds and all the way through to the finish on Friday.
All right, well, all the best, mate, and I'm sure everyone back home in Australia and all over the world are pretty keen to see how we all go.
Yeah, well, we're going to be out there doing it and appreciate all the support from everyone at home. And, we've started off pretty good there at the Tour Down Under, so we're going to try and keep that rolling on.